So begin kneeling on your mat. We're going to take the arms behind, interlace the fingers. We're pulling the arms back, then we lift the chest and lean slightly back. Holding here just for a few breaths. Releasing there, take the hands in front, interlace the fingers. Curving the arms and dropping the head. Holding here, take a few breaths in and out. We're going again, taking the hands behind, pulling back, lift the chest. Holding here, breathe in and out. Releasing those arms, taking them in front. Reaching forwards, dropping the head. Holding here, breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. And relax again. We're going onto our backs. Laying down with your knees bent, feet on the floor. As normal, starting in that neutral position, bring your arms down beside you. Just taking those nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. As you're taking those nice deep breaths in and out, we start to think about the position of those hips. So keeping them nice and level. Imagine there's a torch on each hip bone. They're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Nice and relaxed through the upper body, so your shoulders away from the ears. Chest is nice and open. We're keeping the weight evenly placed through the feet. The big toe, little toe and heel. And then we just gently tighten through the tummy. From here, as you breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under to flatten the lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. We're tucking under to flatten. Holding there. Releasing back out. So as you're tucking under, we're trying to get that strong flat back position into the floor. We're using just the pelvis and the tummy muscles to move. Try and avoid squeezing your bottom. On this next one, we're going to hold our flat back position. So holding here, we're going to start to tighten through the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So thinking of the sensation, stopping a wee mid-flow. So as you're tightening, you should feel as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your pelvic floor is helping to get that back nice and flat. We're going to halve that contraction, so 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as we exhale. Inhale to release. We're still keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. Shoulders away from the ears, chest is nice and open. And if you're feeling tense in the upper body, we just turn the palms up towards the ceiling. You're pulling the tummy all the way down towards your spine. And keeping the weight even through those feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. We're halving one last time. So 20 to 25% tightening. This should feel like a very gentle lifting. Something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. That flat back position should feel nice and strong. You're using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. We're bringing both feet off of the floor, lift to a tabletop position. As you breathe out, we're going to tap one toe down towards the mat. Inhale to lift. Tap the foot down and lift. Tapping down and lift. So we're keeping the back nice and flat, using the tummy muscles and the pelvic floor. Relaxing those shoulders. Nice deep breaths. Two more on each side, tapping down and lift. Tap down and lift. One more on each side, down and lift, down and lift. Hug those knees into your chest. We're going to go onto our hands and knees. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Get our tummy already nice and tightened here. As you breathe out, you're tucking the pelvis under. Starting to curve through your back. Arching the spine. We're dropping the head. Take a deep breath in to stay. As you breathe out, take the pelvis back to your start position. We're working through the spine, piece by piece. And we're lifting the head. Tucking the pelvis under. Curving the back. Dropping the head. We hold. Releasing through the spine. Piece by piece. Head is the last thing to lift. We tuck under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head. We hold. Releasing out through the spine. Piece by piece. The head lifts. So we want to get lots of movement through the back. Working into each section, piece by piece. So if any areas feel stiff or sore, we're slowing them down. Taking your time to move through each section of your back. So as you're curving your back, think of pulling your tummy all the way in. As you release out to your start position, get those shoulders away from the ears. We've got 2 more here. This is your last one. Curving the back. Arching that spine. Taking a stretch, we hold before releasing back out to your start position. The spine follows. And we lift the head. From here we push the bottom back towards the feet and reach those arms out in front. Then we're coming onto our back. Excuse me. So here again, you're taking your knees bent, feet on the floor. This time, make sure that your knees are in line with your hips. They shouldn't knock or splay out, and your arms are resting down beside you. You've got the curve underneath your lower back. As you breathe out, you're tucking the pelvis under to flatten your lower back into your mat. Squeezing your bottom, start to lift your hips. Peeling away from the mat, piece by piece, lifting those hips up nice and high. Take a deep breath in to stay. As you exhale, tuck your rib cage under, rolling down through the spine, piece by piece, releasing out to neutral. Tucking under to flatten. Squeezing the bottom, start to lift. Peeling away from the floor. Piece by piece, lift those hips up nice and high. We hold. Then we're controlling down through the spine to release out to neutral. So again, we want lots of movement. So try to make sure that you're peeling away from the floor, piece by piece. So still take your time over any areas that feel stiff or sore. We're keeping the tummy and the pelvic floor tightened. The upper body is nice and relaxed. So get those shoulders away from the ears. Opening through the chest. The weight is even through those feet. Big toe, little toe and heel. You've got 2 more here. Flatten the back. Squeeze the bottom, start to peel away. Through the spine. Lifting those hips up. We hold. Controlling down through the spine. To release out to neutral. Last one. Tucking under to flatten. Squeezing the bottom, start to lift, peeling away. Bring those hips up, we hold. Controlling down through the spine. Release to neutral, take a nice full body stretch. We're staying in neutral. Again, knees bent, feet on the floor. Remember those knees are in line with your hips, they're not knocking or splaying out. Arms are resting down beside you. Take a deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. As you exhale, lift those shoulders from the floor. Reach the arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release back down to the floor. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. So you're using your tummy muscles to lift you. You're pulling your belly button all the way down. Got a chin to chest position to try and keep that neck nice and relaxed. So you're thinking big nod of the head, then tighten to lift. Holding. Control back down. So our gentle tightening through the pelvic floor. Reaching the arms forwards to keep those shoulders down. Nice deep breaths. Let's take 2 more here. Then we'll add some movements in. So chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching those arms. We hold. Control back down. So from here we still go chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders up. Holding here, we're going to do 3 little pulses. But trying to get a little bit higher with that sit up. So then going to go up, up, up. Control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. Pulse up, up, up. Control back down. You can, of course, here support the head if you need to. You'll still be doing that pulse, pulse, pulse. Control back down. So nod the head, Lift those shoulders, the tummy tightens as you pulse, 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 and down. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Don't forget to breathe. Chin to chest, lifting up, pulse, 2, 3, and down. We've got 2 more of these. Chin to chest, lifting up, pulse, 2, 3, control back down. Last one, nod the head, lifting those shoulders, pulse up, 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 relaxing down. Hug the knees in, and just shake your head from side to side if the neck is sore. From here we're going on to our fronts. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. So we're going to take our hands mat width apart in line with the ears. And we're looking down towards the floor. Legs are nice and long. From here we're taking a nice deep breath in to prepare. As you exhale, push the nose forward. Lift the head and the chest. Keep your forearms down. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down your mat. Push the nose forwards. Lift the head and the chest. We hold. Control back down. So we want to be working every muscle in the legs from the feet all the way into your bottom. If at any point your legs or feet start to cramp up, you're just tucking those toes under like I'm doing here to lengthen the back of your legs. We're pulling the tummy in. So your bottom and your tummy are working together to keep your back nice and strong. We're thinking shoulders are down. The chest is nice and open. Taking nice deep breaths. Let's take 2 more here. Then we'll change the arms. Last one here. Push the nose forwards to lift the head and the chest. We hold. Control. Back down. From here we take the hands one on top of the other, placing them onto your forehead. Take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale to hover up from the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Lifting up. Hold. Control back down. So keep your legs on the ground, it's just the upper body and the arms lifting. Keep squeezing the bottom, tightening the tummy. Let's take 2 more here. Lifting up. Hold. Control back down. Last one. Lifting up. Holding. Control back down. From here, pushing back into your shell stretch. The bottom to the feet. Reach those arms out. Then we're going on to our backs for the 100. If you need a drink, then grab one. From here, coming onto your back, find a flattened position. So you're nice and tucked under, there's no gap underneath. As you bring your legs up, I want you to try and lengthen them as much as you can. It doesn't matter here if your knees are still quite bent. It is the longest position that you can maintain. Try to keep it longer than when you'd be in tabletop, but if there is quite a lot of bend, that doesn't matter. From here, you're either leaving your head resting down the floor, or you'll be lifted through the upper body with your palms facing the ceiling. So we're going to be pushing our arms up as if against some resistance, like water or something like that. And that's for your usual 100 repetitions, 5 as you breathe in, 5 as you breathe out. So it will look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll count that for you. From there, your hands come behind your head. And we go into 2 sets of 8, sitting up towards the legs. Then you drop that head down, relax the arms. We're going to go into crisscrosses. 2 sets of 8 with the legs, alternating each time. If your legs are quite bent, it's just the lower leg that will cross. It's the same movement. And from there, we'll hug the knees in and we'll take a stretch. Okay, we'll go all together. So get a nice flat back position. As you lift the legs up, we're trying to get them nice and long. We're going to nod the head, lift the shoulders, arms and long, palms face the ceiling. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying there. Hands behind their head. We're sitting up for 8, 7, 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the head down. Arms are resting beside you. We crisscross for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there. Hug the knees in. Then reach yourself out into a full body stretch. From there we come up to sitting. We're going to bring our legs bent, feet on the floor, and take our hands clasped in front of our chest. So we're going to do our leaning back, but do our twist. We have done this one before. So what we're going to be doing is twisting 4 times. We're going to go twist, 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 twist. But as you do that, you're going to lean back. So we're going to be going twist as we lean, twist, twist, come back to the centre. Use that tummy to bring you back up to sitting. Twist, 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 twist. Centre, sitting back up. You don't need to sit bolt upright. Keep a slight curve in your back so that you're ready For that lean, you've already got that pulled in position. Twist, 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 twist center, tummy tightens, and we lift. So your twisting and your lean can be as big or as small as you need to make it. As long as you're getting some twist through the upper body, taking the head with you, and some lean back, so your tummy's really working. It doesn't matter. I've got 2 more of these. Twist, 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 twist center, sitting back up. Twist, 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 twist center, sitting back up. From there, take the legs crossed. And just start to walk your hands out in front of you. You can keep the legs quite loosely crossed if that's more comfortable. Walk the hands as far forward as you can and drop the head. We're just holding this stretch. Really drop that head. Take nice deep breaths in and out. Again, take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, just creep those fingertips a little bit further forwards. Dropping that head. Breathe. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, creep those fingertips forwards. Just holding here. And just walk your hands back in. Restacking, we're going to cross the legs the other way. So you should have the other leg in front. Same thing, so just start to walk those hands forwards, dropping that head. Deep breaths in and out. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, creep those fingertips forwards. Dropping the head, breathing in and out. Nice deep breath in. Creep those fingertips forwards. Just holding here. Bring those arms back in. And bring yourself up. Take the soles of your feet together. So now your knees are nice and wide. Hips are really open. And we just drop forwards. Hold on to those feet. If you can, push those elbows into your legs. Increasing that stretch. Leaning yourself forwards. Good, from here on our backs, grab a drink if you need one. We're finding a nice flat back position. So we're going to tuck under. So you've lost the gap underneath your lower spine. Lifting your legs up into tabletop. Take your hands beside your knees. Nod the head, lift the shoulders off. As you breathe out, reach one leg long and away from you. Inhale back to center, swapping sides, reach long and away. The other leg stays still. Come back to the center, reaching away. And center, reaching away. And center. So think chin to chest, relaxing through the neck. Getting that leg nice and long as it reaches away from you. Doesn't matter how high or low it's travelling, we want the length. Tummy and pelvic floor are tightened, get that back nice and flat. Get your shoulders away from the ears. We've got 2 more on each side, reach long and away. And center, reaching away. And center, 1 more on each side, reaching away. And center, reaching away. And center, hug those knees in, relaxing down. Remaining in that flat back position, so just checking it's nice and strong. Again, those legs lift. This time we're taking our hands behind our head. Chin to chest, lifting those shoulders. You're still going to reach one leg along and away from you. You're twisting towards that knee you've left behind with the elbow. Inhale to the center, swap sides, reaching along and away, twisting over. To the center, twist over and center. So we still want that length in the leg. Breathe. So you're going to lose your flat back as you twist. Find it as you come back to the middle. Use your tummy, use your pelvic floor, twist through your waist. Keep the elbows wide. Let's take 2 more on each side, reaching over and center, reaching over and center. Last one each side, reach over and center, reach over and center, relax down. Hugging those in, rock from side to side. Staying in that strong flat back position. Nice and tucked under, losing that gap. Your legs lengthen. Remember, same as the 100, you can keep a bend through those knees if you need to. Make sure you can sustain the position. Hands are beside your knees. Nod the head, lift your shoulders off. We did this one yesterday. As you breathe out, one leg travels towards the floor on a pulse. Down, down and lift. Swap sides. And lift. Down, down and lift. Long, longer lift. Down, down and lift. Breathe. And lift. Tummy tightens. Down, down and lift. And lift. Chin to chest. Shoulders away from the ears. Two more each side. Down, down and lift. Down, down and lift. Last one each side. And lift. Down, down and lift. Relaxing there. Full body stretch. Give those legs a little shake out and then just shake the head from side to side. From here we're going to be going onto our sides. If you need a drink, then grab one. So similar to what we did yesterday, as you come onto your side, reach your arm up nice and long to rest your head on it. And if you find that really uncomfortable, then just bend through the elbow. You can support your head with your hand. You want to have your hips one on top of the other. So make sure that you're not lying back on that hip or leaning forwards. If you look at the stripe of my leggings, you can see that it's directly pointing to the ceiling. You can use this top hand for support. Your legs are nice and long. If you look down your body and you flex your feet, you should be able to see your toes. And if you're not able to, it means your legs are probably too far back. So just bring them a little bit further forwards, again keeping the legs one on top of the other. You can pop something under your hip if that's uncomfortable to lay on, so a towel or something like that. From here, we're going to lift your top leg up, pointed, flex to bring the leg back down. Point to lift, flex to lower. And we want to lift that leg either in line or just above your hip. So don't start flinging the leg really high. We just want it nice and controlled. Hip height, flex and down. Point to lift, flex down. So remember, you want those hips one on top of the other. Shouldn't feel like you're laying back or forwards. It should feel difficult to balance in that position, like you're having to work your tummy. Point to lift, flex down, breathe. Let's do 4 more here. Point, flex, so work through the ankle. Point, flex, last 2. Point, flex, point, flex. So we're going to go into our hip circles. So you're lifting that leg up no higher than the hip and we hold. We're going to circle forwards for 8, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 8, 7, stay with it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you bring that leg down, bring it forward. So now it's bent, it's length forward. So your underneath leg is free, and you're going to lift that leg up and down, up and down. This hip will be forwards, don't worry. Lift up and down. So your underneath leg is lifting up and down. Breathe. This should feel quite comfortable in this front leg. 4 more. Lift up and down. Up and down. 2 more. Up and down. Up and down. From here, this leg comes back on top. Use your hand to push you up. Again, one on top of the other. We lift, touch, and down. So lift the top leg up. The bottom leg meets. Back down. So don't lift this top leg too high. Your bottom leg will never find it. Put your top arm for support. Breathe. Lift, lift, and down. Up, up, and down. Make sure this shoulder isn't starting to drop towards your ear. You're keeping it down and relax. 3 more here. Lift, lift, and down. Lift, lift, and down. Last one. Lift, lift, and down. We've got 6 double lifts coming up and down, up and down. Glue those legs together. Lift and down. 3 more. And down. And down. Last one. And down. From here we're going to go on to the side. Either rolling over or swapping whichever you're laying on your mat. So you want that arm reaching long and away. Remember that you're either resting on your arm or bending the elbow, resting on your head. The legs are nice and long. Flex your feet. You should be able to see those toes. If not, bring them a little further forwards and get those legs long. Hips are one on top of the other. Same thing. Don't lean forwards. Don't lean back. You might find one side is a little bit more difficult than the other to balance on. So from here, we're lifting up, pointed, flex to come down. Lifting up and down, just to hip height. Breathe. Use your tummy to keep you balanced. You've got your hand here for support if you need it. So just working through the ankle as you change from your point to your flex. Keeping it nice and controlled. Nice deep breaths. 4 more here. Lift, flex, lower. Lift, flex, lower. 2 more. Lift, flex, lower. Lift, flex, lower. So we're lifting up for our circles. Coming up, circle forwards for 8, 7, 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg in front. That should feel nice and relaxed within your hip. Underneath leg lifts up and down, up and down. Breathe, lift and lower, lift and lower. So just working underneath the leg, resting through this hip from those circles. 4 more. Lift up and down, up and down, up and down. Last one. Up and down. Use your hand to help push your leg back up, one on top of the other. You're sitting directly on top of that hip. Lift up no higher than hip height. The other leg meets it. Come down, lifting up. They touch and down. Lift up and down. Up, touch and down. Tummy tightens to help that second leg and down. Breathe and down. Lift, lift and down. 3 more here. Up, up and down. Up, up and down. Last one. Up, up and down. 6 double lifts. Coming up and down. Up and down. Up and down. 3 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Relaxing there, rolling to your back. Full body stretch, those legs shake out. Then we're on our hands and knees. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. So from here, bringing ourselves into our normal hands and knees position, under the shoulders and the hips. Get that tummy nice and tightened. We take opposite arm and leg nice and long and lift. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Swap sides. Reach long and lift. We hold. Control back down. Lifting up. Holding and down. So you want to make a nice long line from the tips of the fingers to the ends of the toes. So it doesn't matter how high or low your arm and your leg are moving. What you want is the length. So you're straightening as much as you can through your knee and your elbow. We want to keep the tummy nice and tightened, making sure that you've got a long line through your spine and that your balance is nice and strong. those hands back underneath your shoulders is also going to help with your balance. So if they're starting to creep too far in front of you, you'll feel really wobbly as you start to lift away. We've got 2 more on each side, then we'll add some more movements in. Reaching long and lift. We hold. Control back down. Reaching long and lift. We hold. And back down. 1 more on each side. Reaching long and lift. And back down. Long and lift. And back down. So the movement starts the same. We still reach long, lifting up. We're going to bring the hands and the knee into meet. Reach back, out long, and then down to the floor. Long and lift. Hand to knee. Reach out, and back down. So we still want that nice long line. And they meet. Get that long line again before coming back to your mat. So long and lift. They touch. Get long again. And back down. Keep the tummy nice and tightened. Deep breaths. Let's take 2 more on each side. Reaching long and lift. Hand to knee. Long. And down. 1 more on each side. Long and lift. Coming in. Reaching out and down. The last one, long and lift, coming in, reaching out and down, relaxing there, roll through those wrists. We're staying on our hands and knees. This time we're tucking the toes under. If your wrists are really sore, you can drop yourself down to your forearms to let them rest. If not, staying on long arms. As you breathe out, you're pulling your tummy all the way in, pressing into the hands and the feet to lift those knees off, just an inch or so from the floor. Inhale down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. So if you're on your forearms, you're just a little bit closer to the floor. Up and down. So if you're on your forearms, you're looking straight down towards the mat. If you're on your long arms, you're looking just out towards your mat. So you're making sure that you're not dropping through the neck, adding tension to the top of the spine. Let's take 4 more here. Lift up and down. Up and down. Last 2. Lift up and down. Lifting up and down. Relaxing there. Roll through those wrists. So we're going to go into planks. And today we're all going to do our planks on our forearms. So you're going to bring yourself to the front of your mat and bring your forearms down. What we want to try and do, if I turn this way, is keep your forearms just about shoulder width apart facing forward. So try and avoid your arms coming in or splaying out. It's quite common for you to come into this position. We're trying to stay here with the fingers or fists pointing forwards. So here, in this position, We step one foot back like we always do. Get that leg really long. Wade into the toes. Bring the other leg out to join it. From here, you need to drop that bottom down. Bring your chest forwards. So you're in your plank. Holding it here for a breath in and out. Knees go down. If you usually do this on long arms, it will feel harder. Step one foot out. Then the other. Come into that plank position. Breathe in and out. Knees go down. So making sure as you come into your plank, you're squeezing your bottom, pulling your tummy in before you put those knees down. The legs stay close together. Don't take a really wide stance in the legs. Keep them nice and close. Breathe whilst you're there. Breathe in, out. Knees go down. Making sure that you're not dropping that head, looking past the hands. We're taking 2 more here. Step back, plank, hold, knees down. 1 more, step back, long line we hold, knees down. Take a shell stretch back. And relaxing there. From here, in your knelt position, you take hold of one side of the head, drop it to the shoulder. The other arm reaches away. Control that breathing. Pick the hand away, do a nice slow half circle towards the other shoulder. Take the hand over, reach the arm away. Let's do each side one more time. So just drop and take a half circle to the other shoulder. Arm comes over, reaching away. Last one, release the head. Half circle to that shoulder. Hand over, reach away. Excuse me. Hay fever. Then come back up to centre. Just give the head a little shake from side to side. And a little nod up and down, so you can just get a nice central position. Then we come into rolling those shoulders back. And forwards. Bring the arms out, lift and reach up, stretching over. Back to the centre, lifting up, stretching over. Back to the centre one more time each side, reaching up first, then over. Come into the centre, lift up, stretch over. And relax in there. Well done, that's the end of class. Thank you very much.